what was. Y'all know who it is. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge of Self. And this right here, this ain't nothing but some cosmic insight. And hey, it is with great pleasure that I can announce that we have reached the last and final installment in our Mars in the Houses series. So after this one right here, you can go back and check your Mars by both house and sign, because we done covered them all. Oh, I done hit them all. And I also want to remind y'all of the amazing deal that I have going on right now. For a limited time only, I'm offering $50 audio natal chart interpretations. And what that consists of is an 1.5 to 2 hour recording of me breaking down your chart, which is me talking about all the major planetary placements in traditional astrology. That's me talking about the growth aspects. That's me talking about the declinations. That's me covering all the aspects that are worth talking about in your chart. We're going to talk about the hemispheres and the quadrants. We're going to talk about the most dominant things going on in your chart, the most persistent difficulties going on in your chart. We're going to talk about your karmic direction, which really consists of Rahu and Ketu, or the north and the south node. And on top of that, I'm also going to throw in a 30 to 40 page PDF that'll give you tangible proof of your experience. So you can't beat that anywhere. If you think that's a lot of money, you're tripping. Hey, y'all fool with me, man. I'm in a tight spot, man. I ran into a financial emergency, and I'm trying to do this the right way, okay? And if we want to be able to keep doing this, hey, I need some love. If y'all don't want a reading, or you already got a reading for me, donate to the channel, man. You see the link in the description, man. I need love. I work hard for y'all, man, but I'm in a tight spot, man, and I'm willing to work for it. That's why I'm offering this deal right here, as well as deals on numerology readings for $40, on synastry readings for $60. You can't beat that anywhere, man. And with all the information that I'm going to give you, with the amount of work that I'm putting in, it's really just almost me giving you something. So it is what it is, man. It's worth an investment in yourself, not in me, but in yourself. So think about that. And speaking of investments and money, all that's relevant today. That's because this right here, this a little something about those people that have Mars in the second house of their natal chart. And before we even go there, if you don't know my style, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mars. I'm going to give y'all a quick breakdown of the energy that comes along with it and how it might affect you. Then we're going to talk a little bit about what the second house of the astrological chart is all about. And then after that, hey, we're going to bring it to a culmination, or a climax, or a crescendo, whatever you want to call it. That's my forte. So without wasting any more of anyone else's time, let's get it cracking. So Mars, this is the fourth planet from the sun, and it rules the sign of Aries and the first house of the astrological chart, and to a lesser degree, and to more traditional astrologers, it also rules over the sign of Scorpio in the eighth house of the astrological chart. And Mars most definitely comes into our chart and calls us to action. That's because it represents energy, passion, drive, as well as our inherent sense of determination. And it really commands us to stand up, be noticed, and get some shit done. Because sitting on the sidelines, that belongs somewhere else in the zodiac player. Nah, this ain't that wallflower shit, man. Mars also rules over the military, but more simply put, it speaks to the power and confident expression of each one of us individually. And ambition, competition, these both fall under Mars umbrella as well. And Mars really encourages us to be at our best when facing challenges. That's because Mars is confrontational. This is the most confrontational energy there is in the whole zodiac. And in a birth chart, it really speaks to our sense of aggression. It also speaks to our sense of addressing aggression when aggression is brought in our direction. Try that on for a tongue twister. And it also could speak to sex drive, especially in men. But whether we're talking about men or women or masculine or feminine energy, it speaks to how we move. It speaks to our preferred method of action. This is how you get out, okay? This is also how you like to be handled in some cases. So that's something to think about. And wherever Mars shows up in a chart, it really speaks to how we assert ourselves physically and how we channel our aggression in this life right here, okay? And when we're talking about the second house is ruled by Venus and Taurus. And this really speaks to what the self has to work with materially in this lifetime, man. So our possessions, any money that we have, this is in the second house. This also speaks to the things that we value, not just the money. It's the things that we place value in. And a lot of times, hopefully, that has to do with ourselves. So our self-esteem can be seen in the second house too. So that's something to think about. And any planets here, they show what we can do to make money. They show, how our relationship is with money. It can speak to a lot of different things. It can show the things that we have placed, and it shows the things that we place value in. Okay. So when we're talking about Mars and we're putting Mars in the second house, well, the very first thing I want y'all to understand is that, I ain't finna come with no motherfucking punchlines, and I ain't finna put no little catches to this one either. Nah, make no bones about it. Mars in the second house people are about their money. Period, man. These are those true go-getters in life who are, all about the accumulation of assets, and, their resources are really an extremely important aspect of their life. So, they really put a lot of energy. I mean, almost all of their energy into serving their financials or securing their financials is a better word, man. And when you look at it even deeper, a second house Mars is going to represent a practical approach to life. Because in my observations, I've seen that people with this placement, they really know the practical value of everything. I mean, everything before they ever invest any of their time and energy into it too. They're going to make sure that they know what they're putting their energy into. Best believe that, man. And, can you blame them? They're gauging everything as far as worth. Is it worth it? And let me go ahead and also let it be known that while, yes, these people right here, they do instinctively know how to make money. This also says that they're probably really impulsive spenders as well. For real, man, which of course can be counterproductive and frustrating when that's what you're all about. But you can't ever forget that Mars is going to bring some kind of conflict to wherever Mars shows up at. And in this case, that means a conflict of interest. Cause hey, man, you got to understand that Mars doesn't have any patience. Cause when it wants something, hey, it wants that shit immediately, man. And, unfortunately, that can be a detriment to our financial well-being sometimes. So the thing is, while poverty typically ain't something you're ever going to see these folks ever having to deal with, hey, I will say that developing a little bit of patience will probably go a really long way with this placement. I mean that to the fullest, man. And with that in mind, the sign placement is also going to be really important here. Understand that, because a fire Mars could make this passion that much more emphasized, whereas an Earth Mars, like I have myself, this might help out with a little more patience in this category right here, y'all. And let me also tell you, be warned that these motherfuckers here can be more than a little bit possessive, man. And that's with people or material possessions. Best believe, man. And they have an instinctive urge to protect what's theirs to the fullest. So do not ever in your motherfucking life play with the things that they love or the things that they value or their money. Or don't ever try to take something from them that they feel like is theirs. Cause they will probably fight to the motherfucking death for the things that they hold dear. I mean, that's real, man. And if they ever get to a place where they feel like their possessions are in danger or somebody's trying to tell them what to do with their shit, hey, man, there will be problems. Guaranteed. There will be problems, man. So do not play with them. Not about that, man. Really don't play with them at all. These are serious people. And on another note, man, we must never leave out the fact that second house Mars right here, especially the second house. I'm not going to get to Mars part of this yet. The second house talks about our self-worth. And, when we're referring to people with Mars here, it could definitely be said that most of them consider their physical body a tremendous asset here too. So gaining physical strength and taking care of their health and looking good physically, these are also things that are often really high on their list of values and priorities, man. Real talk. Don't ever forget that. However, okay, I'm going to tell you this. Because, if I didn't iterate it enough, I'm going to reiterate it. Everything is going to fall second tier to making money here. Because these folks, man, they're all about their finances, their assets, and what we have to work with materially in this life. And Mars is our passion and drive. So this right here literally means that money is the motivation for these people to the fullest. But I will say that the sign will say a lot more to how they get that done. Okay? Don't forget that. And also understand that the money that we make in the second, it can come from anywhere. It doesn't just have to come from our career like the gains that we see in the 11th. Okay. So, this right here, this does show that you can really achieve any kind of financial security through employing the energies of this planet, which could be dealing with anything related to sports or to fighting, to war or sex or all kinds of stuff. And even if it ain't that, most of them would probably be a lot better into going business for themselves as long as they're passionate about what the fuck they're going into. And then once they do that, nothing will be able to stop them. Okay. And, when we're talking about when the passions are ignited, to close this out, this is somebody with hedonistic tendencies. This is somebody that wants to indulge the senses. I don't think I talked about that when I was speaking on the second house ago. The second house is all about tactile energy. It's about indulgence. Okay. There's Taurus to that energy. Okay. It wants to feel, taste, smell, touch, all of that. And it wants to feel the finest. So right there, man, they have a drive to indulge as well. So that's something to think about. And hey, you don't have to believe a word I just said, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, even if it don't play out like that, just because you built like that, you don't have to build like that. And what I mean is we all have all this energy available to us. What you do with it is what you do with it. And even beyond that, it's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. And that's some priceless knowledge in itself. And there's been some priceless knowledge of self. If you made it this far, you should be hitting the damn like button, because I know I went in, man. Other than a few contrary slip up of words, I always go in. So that's undeniable. If you hit the dislike button, you're a hater, but give me some kind of interaction. All right. Here, drop me with a comment and let me know how you feel. Okay. Hey, if you're interested in any of the deals that I spoke about on astrological readings, I don't really want you to hit me up in the comments below. I want you to send me an email at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Okay. Other than that, leave a comment. Holla at me, man. Tell me how you feel, man. Y'all keep it real till next time, man. I love y'all. I appreciate all the love and support, man. If y'all are interested in donating to the cause, you can see the link in the description below. I'm out, y'all.